Hello guys and welcome back to Salthemor. Today I'm joined by Salth.
Hello, what's up and welcome.
Last time we talked with Amikase,
Mm-hmm.
the leader. This time we're gonna go back. Was it my own feelings?
I think so. I think so.
Yes!
Yeah.
So, this might actually, if I am correctly thinking about this might actually be our last record session. We are doing a double record session this weekend, and this might actually lead us to the true ending, or actually the end of Dal Segno.
But it's not the end of the story because there is a sequel.
Yeah, like
that is not out yet.
What's it called in the future?
IF. It's I think in future, yeah.
Yeah, Dal
but
Segno
it's only out in Japan, so.
Yeah, it came out 2017.
Yep.
So when that come out, you can think about a sequel. Woo! Good. The gravity of situation hit me like a ton of bricks. But if you identify the cause, then you can create a countermeasure. Am I right to think that?
We are doing. Oh, you want to read it or should I?
Should I? Should you?
You decide.
You can go.
Okay. We are doing everything in our capabilities. Even still, just a week is all she has left.
No.
The hardware that operates the Paradise system is not run-of-the-mill by any means. It would require an enormous fee to enhance it, but that is not necessarily the issue. Even if we were to strengthen the system, say increase the memory tenfold, we have no way to ascertain whether it's enough for Ame, and she would likely exceed it again.
She's come that far.
Calling her a program would be a bit crude, but Ame's very existence is capable of such a result. There is but one way to remedy this, and that is to remake the software. Oh. And if we were to go down that road, it would no longer be Ame.
Isn't there any way you can extend her remaining lifespan? For example, we have her cease her search for love entirely, have her settle her emotions down. Her emotional range only fluctuate after she begins doing so, therefore putting a stop to this will help her return back to normal, right?
I see, that is a feasible solution.
Okay, then.
If she was in fact still searching for love, that is, yeah, it is possible to quit something you don't comprehend. Oh, okay.
Fuck
sure,
yeah!
I've noticed. Ame is no longer searching for love. Oh. What she's doing now is falling in love, indeed.
She isn't searching, she is found it.
I'll say this now, but I don't confirm exactly what she's seen or heard. So I have no factual evidence, but as a father figure of sorts to the young girl, I have gathered that from my talks with her. What did you do today? What did you see? What did you talk about? She said something was fun, interesting, sad, or she was confused. And the same goes for you, Seito-kun. I will say it because I know it annoys you, and I don't have a single fucking problem with it.
Oh my god!
I am able to monitor the island in its entirety with this snow sprite.
That reminds me. Okay, so as people know it, me and Saito are a bit different when we watch anime because I'm a dubber, he's a subber. And maybe we'll rage on me for this, but the reason I like dub is because I can eat while watching. I can't do that in sub. But I have seen two nightmares. I watched the anime known as Madaka Box and Dub, which was just a mistake because I fucking hate English person using honorifics. That sounds so stupid. But another thing was I just watched Campione, right?
Yeah.
And there was a small scene where it was kind of animated in a different way in dub, and there they used honorifics too, and I just got Madaka PTSD, which is so fun.
I will say this: I've only watched dub. I've only watched 10 minutes of an anime episode dub, and that was Shakugan no Shana season 1 episode 4. I watched 10 minutes of that episode because when I first found it, I was like, ooh, I can watch it in English, but that was never again.
I'm watching Saito's, can we call it favorite anime Shakugan no Shana, right?
Yeah, well, it's my favorite because it was the first anime that I knew was anime, but I said if I were to rate it, it wouldn't be the absolute best anime, but for me, it's a very good anime.
Yeah, it's the same with me and Date A Live. So, my favorite anime is Date A Live. I don't care what you say, it's good. So I'm watching it right now for Salth's sake because then I can kind of relate to what he's doing, and it's a good anime. I quite like it from a watcher's perspective, but I'm watching it dub, and I fucking enjoy it.
I think I can actually understand why you don't. Okay.
What?
Never mind. We're not taking this here.
I'm scared. So this will come after the episode, I guess, but never mind. Let's leave it at that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go. I interrupt you.
I've already read this, I'm pretty sure.
No, you took it to Shaktakun and then I interrupted you.
No, I actually read it, but I don't. Oh, well, anyway. And the same goes for you, Seirokun. I'm able to monitor the islands in its entirety with the snow sprites. But that does not mean I exploit that. It is only utilized as observational data, although an emergency situation would override that. Hence, I have no proof. One thing I do have, though, is conviction. I know that my little girl is in love.
Love?
Professor, who can it be?
Said to me. But surely I noticed it too. Honestly, I didn't know for sure if I actually thought that. I wasn't exactly confident in my convictions. I had indeed noticed my feelings changed favorably towards Arme, but I couldn't say for sure that Arme's feelings towards me were those of the... What?
Yeah, well.
But that's... So she was... You might be right.
Ha. You are the smoothest of men, I see. Perhaps it's just our age gap.
The professor laughed jokingly. Professor, I'm not necessarily. My bashfulness slowed before I could save myself with words.
No, I'm sorry for jesting. Call it a tendency that comes with age.
I love this guy for some reason.
But I have taken a liking to you, young man.
Professor.
I see, that girl had a keen eye after all. I'm happy I can see that as a father. And you, out of concern for her, have come to consult with me if there is anything you can do. There is just one thing that concerns me, okay?
Something that concerns you.
I must consider whether or not you have any feelings for Ame.
Whether or not I have any feelings for her? Right. Professor Makata is being so supportive. He wants to encourage his daughter in love, so he didn't want to nip it in the bud. He didn't want to just restrict her to primal, simple emotions. But if it was the case that I didn't feel the same way towards Ame, if I didn't like her, he could consider implementing emotional change to keep her functional. That had to be it. If that was the case, Professor Nakase,
Thanks, okay. It's really easy to read you. I had heard as much from Ame. You were just ruminating over my thoughts, and Ame, then you hesitated. I can't determine what you were going to say. But what I can say for certain is that you took the time to think, and then you realized something. That is plenty for me. If you thought nothing of Ame, you would have not lapsed into thoughts just now.
Well, true, for some reason.
Thank you for falling in love with her. We actually had to have someone else tell us that. Well, that is bad.
Well, for reasons or worse, I actually allow it for this route because, for one, she is an AI. So that might have an implementing of the thought process. It would be more annoying if you had to be told in every other fucking route.
Yeah, that's kind of true, but still.
But still, I wanna fucking rage. No, I should be grateful. I'm so glad I met her. I'm glad I came to this island.
It may be a difficult thing for you when the time comes, but will you stay with her until the end? Consider it a foolish father's request who wants to support his daughter's first love. I know she desires it.
I'm the one who should be making the request. Please let me stay with her.
Thank you. I think Ame has made a wise choice.
Oh, you're embarrassing me now. I laughed. The professor scratched the back of his head, slightly embarrassed too.
Say so. I can. Yeah, you can sure. I can do that how many times you want. I'm not gonna stop.
I will keep doing it every time you say it.
Yeah. Well, I don't give a fuck. I know I can give you bourbon, but how about a delicious cup of tea?
Yes, please. We spent some time chatting about less heavy topics. None of them concerned Ame. We talked about my student life and about his life as a professor, about the island. He spoke of another island with beautiful cherry blossoms and of a dream. This was the first time. Could that be a reference to the next one? Another island?
Maybe no, because if I'm not wrong, I think it's taking place on the same island.
Kasana again, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna be something Be Happiness, kind of like Princess Vanjie, where every girl gets more to the root.
I don't, because okay, I can just say it like this, because this is what it says on the synopsis. Well, no, actually, I can say when we finished the true ending, I can say, because it kind of spoils. Okay. If you read the synopsis.
This was the first time I had talked with another guy other than my classmate since I came here. Damn it, Yamato. Question mark? Whew. No!
Yeah, well.
I lay down in my bed and looked at my dark ceiling. Tomorrow was Monday, another week was starting.
Spooky lamb.
To school. Would she appear before me again? If she didn't, I could just call her. She would come right away. There was something I need to say to her, something I need to put into words. I mean, what was she searching for today and where? What sight lay before her eyes? What was she thinking about? Was she able to clear her mind like I suggested? Her worries plagued her mind. Could it be she had a lingering as to my feelings? Deep down, was I even aware of my own feelings? No, you're not! My god! You're not at all! Can't sleep. I hopped off the side of my bed and made some tea with my electric kettle. The bergamot aroma filled my room. Caffeine wasn't the best for your body, but it helped me relax. My body warmed up. No, caffeine doesn't help you relax. It helps you get. Never mind. My body warmed from the inside. I left sleepy. I took 2 big sips and put the cup down. I got back into bed. I felt like I had simmered down a bit. I closed my eyes and thought of today. The conversation I had with the professor still circled around my brain. Considering all the topics we talked about, I cherry-picked the heavy aspect and focused exclusively on those. As I drifted off, I felt like I was going into a pleasant dream. So will she actually be able to have a body? Like, that's what I think.
I don't know.
The brain numbing in class finally came to us. Is that a play on words? I like to think it's still pretty young. Dang whippersnapper. And what the hell do you know?
Okay.
Thank you, although you'd be cool if you didn't say it like that.
Yeah, obviously.
Yamato now with wide eyes, he scanned his dad. What are you talking about? Yeah, sure, good luck with whatever it is.
Okay.
He flashed a cocky Nishidata out of the classroom door. At least he looked like he was having fun. I'll just stick to my own student life. I really want to know more about what the fuck Yamato is walking around doing. As it didn't from the halls, I saw someone I had been dying to speak to. The person reacted to my footsteps and turned to face me. Her smile was radiant as ever, and I couldn't help but correct myself, just a bit so as not to attract attention.
Yay!
It's my job basically. How do you feel today? I could hear voices of relief even from some other student that down this vibe and smile. No one was worried about her too. After the Christmas party, she had kind of become the school's spokesgirl. But still, let's hurry. I reached out to grab or just more emotionally her to follow. I'm stared up the stairs as she spoke. I'll follow as quickly as possible. It was back the way I just came, but I followed her without asking. You're like the school idol now, or maybe the younger sisters. You're getting a lot of attention. Kind of makes it hard to walk together. For reflection! The reaction was a tad late. I told you before, you don't have to apologize for stuff. So what did you do yesterday? Did you get some time to play something? She's always so cheerful, for God's sake.
Yeah, well.
Oh, that's good. Where do you go? Oh no, not the mountain range! I'm getting flashbacks! When you're trying to clear your mind, it's best if there's no one around. It sounds like you're light. That might just be true as well. So continue up this test to the roof. The campus roof is a good place to space out. Oh, the wind is nice. A pleasant breeze from my hand. As he looked at our man, his real function was saying he was thinkable for many other students. She noticed me staring into the trill to show off. That was cute. You got some work to do. It was tougher than I thought to voice how I felt. I could hear the enjoyment happening in her voice. You're a lot more direct than when I first met you. Hooray for me! We laughed together and continued shooting the breeze and joking. Shooting the breeze is that another way for talking. Oh, that's kind of like the Hazuki CG for some reason. Well, Ame looked out over the island. The sunset and Kasana is one of their kind, not to mention the stars. It's the best scenery. We sat in silence, admiring the beautiful view. The imperially orange sky would soon be cloaked in night, so we treasured the moment. Ame opened her mouth to speak without turning to face me. Oh fuck! I talked to your dad!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The gravity of my situation is greater. It's kind of a blabbermouth, I could tell. What of girls, right? It's once in a lifetime thing for guys too. I wanted that baka, but I didn't get it. She left it reluctantly.
If you want Baka, then you can definitely watch Shakugan no Shana in sub.
Yeah, I'm watching it dub, and that's like, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yeah.
Does he usually say baka, baka, baka?
Yes.
Yeah, it's shut up, shut up, shut up.
Oh well, not always Baka, but it's like Yurizai Baka. There is a lot of Baka.
Then let's just redo it. Well, it wouldn't really be a redo since we haven't done it yet. Let's just forget about that blabbermouth for a second. It's about us. So we should be the first ones to talk about it. Yeah, you know. Just a brief moment. I was to set the mood. Ame's eyes were glistening with anticipation. And then she vanished. My own eyes trembled, reflected on hers, and then... Ame, I like you.
Yay.
Yay. Please date me. Please don't fucking break. A small teardrop trigger. But how can she cry? She's an AI.
Yeah, well, projection.
Yeah, a small teardrop trickled down her face from her glistening eyes. Okay with that? I might flick your forehead a bunch. Hold it together, Salthemor. Oh boy.
Well, I'm just saying it like this. The ending.
Shh. Her smiling face was streaming tears. People often cry when they're happy, but I couldn't wipe her tears away. I couldn't hold her hand, nor could I threaten her in my arms. But no, that was why I could intensely feel without a shadow of doubt our mutual wavelengths. I had the utmost conviction that we both genuinely loved each other. That was magic enough for me. In this world, there were things you could hear without seeing, and vice versa. Hence, tactile sense was unnecessary when it came to matters of the heart. We silently stared into one another's eyes, and I cried until she felt refreshed. And this is a good place to end it!
Okay.
So, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Bye!
Bye.